Let me hurry up and say this before it slips my mind. As a preacher, as a pastor of Lily Grove Church, I am perhaps the most unfrustrated person you will ever come across. Because God's been so good to me that it doesn't take a whole lot to please me. Some people got to have certain foods, and they got to have a certain kind of car, and they got to live in a certain neighborhood, and they got to have a certain amount of friends around them. I'm glad God has delighted me so, and I delight myself in the Lord that it don't take a whole lot to make me shout. I can eat cornbread and milk for a meal and go to bed satisfied. I don't need a whole lot of company around me all the time, because I don't know anybody's company I enjoy more than my own. I'm satisfied in my skin. I'm not trying to be the best preacher in Houston. I'm just trying to do God's will, because God has done so much for me that if he never does anything else, he's already done more than enough. I got more blessings than I know what to do with. God's been so good to me that I can't handle what he's putting on me right now. So you're looking at somebody who is not frustrated. I'm comfortable in my skin. Now that doesn't please everybody, but I'm not in the world trying to please everybody. My goal is to make sure that I please God, and whatever God sends my way, I am delighted. And I'm delighted because I don't deserve it. Now maybe some of you here have been holier than I've been. I said maybe some of you have been holier than I've been. And the stuff you got, you deserve. But I haven't been holy, and I haven't kept the Lord's commandments all my life. I wish I had a witness here. Because if you knew some of the things in my background, I should have been dead, sleeping in my grave. Somebody else is in here this morning who's got enough stuff that God has against you right now that you're supposed to be in the penitentiary. If you had been caught, you would have been killed. You would have been jailed. You would have been put under the penitentiary. But God's been so good to you that his love has covered a multitude of your faults. And you're not in here this morning because you dress well. His grace is sufficient for us. His mercy is just poured out on us, and I am delighted. Stop crying about what you don't have. Stop throwing pity parties for yourself. Stop turning yourself into a martyr, talking about how bad things are and you just don't know. I'm just making it week to week. Pray for me. You don't know how bad things. It could be so much worse. Have I got a witness here? Some people got up this morning, but they couldn't get up. They couldn't walk. They couldn't move. They couldn't feed themselves. Nobody had to dress you this morning. Nobody had to comb your hair for you this morning. Nobody had to brush your teeth for you this morning. You could feed yourself. You could drive yourself. You were clothed and in your right mind. For that, you ought to be delighted.